Hi, everybody. This is Merle M. Singer, the Relationship Miracle Worker. I've been married over 50 years to the same man. So I must know something about relationship. Today, it's the holiday season. So I'm going to discuss 3 holiday survival techniques. Just 3. One of them, if you need a survival technique, let's start there. Maybe you don't need a survival technique. But if you do, one of these will surely work for you. So let me say that if you need a survival technique, it's because there's a lot of pressure. You're kind of feeling sad. Maybe a favorite person is no longer around. Maybe you have too many families and not enough of you to go around. They all want you at the same time. They all want you for dinner on Christmas Eve at 8 o'clock. or there's nobody, or everybody's gone, or everybody's not gone. You're just far away, or they don't want you, or you don't want them. We all have our own stories to tell, but and that's wonderful. That's what makes a society so unique and interesting, that there's all of us with our own stories. But if you're feeling sorry for yourself about this, that's an issue. I suggest that you need to do something not to feel sorry about yourself or sorry for yourself. And here's 3 techniques. Number 1 is volunteer. Now, my husband Nathan and I both used to volunteer to deliver Christmas dinners to shut-ins. And somebody else would prepare them, and we'd have a list of people to go to and deliver their holiday Christmas. Well, first of all, you realize these are people that are getting, it's wonderful that they're getting the Christmas dinner delivered to them, but you might say, well, gee, why isn't their daughter there, or their whoever there, to take them out to dinner? So if you're feeling bad for yourself, you're just one of the rest of us. We all have stories to tell. But it was very wonderful, and I think it was comforting to the people that we delivered those dinners to. So something like that. You can call your temple, your church, your religious group that if you belong to one, that would be one place to find out. Call them up and say, what are you doing for volunteering during the holidays? Check it out on Google, or see the ads that people advertise about. You go past a Salvation Army, ding, ding, ding. Call the Salvation Army. What can you do to help them? What about downtown? Well, I'm talking about Los Angeles, but anywhere where they're giving out dinners to people in need. It's really wonderful. If you can be helping somebody else, it makes you feel, well, I'm feeling bad for myself, but I can't feel that bad if I'm in good enough shape that I can be helping out other people. And that is, hey, let's face it, that's what the season is all about, is sharing and helping and having a heart and sharing it with somebody else. So I think volunteering is awesome. And so that's my number 1 survival technique. My number 2 survival technique is creating a gratitude journal. Now, some of you are going to say, oh, give me a break, blah, 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 blah. and I have nothing to be grateful for, and look what I'm doing, I'm here by myself. Everybody tells their own story to themselves. But the truth of the matter is that if I forced you at knife point, you have to say something good about your life, you would find something. You would find something. It might seem insignificant, but if you had a gun, well, I was on a knife last time, to your throat, you would find something good about your life. Write that down. And then tomorrow, find something else and write it down. If you can't find anything else to say good about your life, write the same thing. But every day, if you start out your day, a lot of people say it's best if you write it out in your hand. There's a better coordination or connection to your soul, your heart, your spirit. But if you want to type it on your cell phone or on your computer, I give you permission. But do it every day. Do it just one sentence, one thing that you can be grateful for. You can be grateful that you can write. You can be grateful for you have a cell phone to type it on. You can be grateful that you remember to do it. You have something to be grateful for. And if you want to survive this holiday season and everyone thereafter and actually lift your spirits and make things better and better very slowly, insignificantly, so that you hardly notice. Writing a journal, a gratitude journal, is it's like being a tortoise and taking tiny little steps. It's like, oh, really? Do you think you're actually moving? Yes, you're moving a half an inch. But in the same way, your spirits will be lifted and you will be doing new, interesting things if you do a gratitude journal. You don't believe me? Do it anyway. Do it to prove me wrong. And then write to me, Merle at relationshipmiracleworker.com, and tell me, oh, I guess you were right. Try it out, please. Okay, so that's technique 2. Technique 1 is volunteering. Can you see me? Number 2 is gratitude journal. And number 3 is create an event. So let me tell you the story. So the story is that we, touch wood, we do have nice friends, we have places to go, but several New Year's Eves ago, we had no place to go. And actually, a couple of years in a row, sometimes you just want to chill. You don't want to go out New Year's Eve. You don't want to think about the traffic. You don't want to think about being nice to anybody else. You don't want to be careful about not drinking too much. You just want to stay home and chill. Maybe you'll watch something on TV. Maybe you'll watch the ball go down on New Year's Eve or not. So that's what we did a couple of years, and then I got bored. And I said, no, I'd like to go somewhere. And we went to Christmas, we went to Hanukkah, we went to everywhere. People invited us, not to New Year's Eve. So, I just didn't want to stay home by myself, and I don't like going out. I don't like going to restaurants or stuff like that. It's overpriced. It's too busy. Nothing is as good. So, what could we do? I said, let's create an event. Let's invite people over. And we did. And guess what? People came. Now, the first year was kind of small. I don't know, like about 8 people. And then the second year I didn't bother. And then the third year we got this inspiration. It's called New York New Year's Eve. Now, that does not work in New York particularly well, but in LA, it's awesome because we watch on television, we watch on CNN, and we watch the ball drop, and it's 9 o'clock. So we bang our groggers and we say, yo, Happy New Year. We kiss each other. And then some people hang around. Some people go to their next event. Some people go home. But it's really, and so what's happened is that this year people are asking, so are you doing it again? Are you doing your New York New Year's? I was thinking maybe not. But when people ask you, okay, so we're doing New York New Year's Eve this year. You can create an event. You can create an event with your roommate. One time, this is many years before I was married, my girlfriend and I didn't have New Year's Eve dates. Oh my gosh. And so we decided, well, we're going to make it somehow festive. I have to tell you, I don't remember all the details of what we did. We probably watched the ball drop, on New Year's Eve. We probably had maybe some kind of music, maybe we played a game, I don't know. But I do remember that we got all kinds of quirky things to eat. It was like chocolate covered ants, all kinds of bugs. I don't know where we found edible bugs. I don't remember what store we went in to find edible bugs. But we found them and we ate them, which was totally horrifying, but fun and exciting for boring people. And that's how we spent a New Year's Eve. And it was fun, and we didn't feel sorry for ourselves, and we felt kind of adventurous. And we didn't get in any car accidents. So life can be really good if you create your own event. So it can be with friends. It could be with your cousins. It could be, I don't know. It could be with anybody that you know, or only one person that you know. But I think it's perfectly fine to spend the time by yourself if you choose to. But if you say, nah, not this year, I want to be around somebody, for goodness sake, then make it happen. People, it's really easy to lead people. People are willing to do lots of things. People are not as willing to create those things. They're not willing to create the event, but they're willing to go. So create the event. Have some place for them to go, and you've accomplished something for them and for yourself. So, in conclusion, to round it all out, to remind you, to summarize, how's that? To summarize, there are 3 holiday survival techniques. Any one or any combination of them will work for you if you try it, if you do it. Please do try it. Number 1 is volunteering. How can you have a problem with that? It's just wonderful. It's helping somebody out. And it just makes you feel good to help other people. It's in our bones to do that. So give it a shot, and don't be down on yourself. Oh, I have nothing to give. Oh, I'm too depressed to do it. You may be too depressed to do it, but do it anyway. And in the doing, you will undepress. You will start to feel better. So that's number 1, volunteering. Number 2 is a gratitude journal. You could have started it years ago, but how about starting it today? Just one thing but you must every day, first thing in the morning or last thing at night, whichever works for you. One thing, that's all, just one thing that you're grateful for. And do it, and if it's the same thing tomorrow, let it be the same thing. But write it down again every day. Here's the date, Monday, whatever this is. I think it's 12/23. I am grateful that I'm doing Merle's Pearls. What are you grateful for? So that's number 2, a gratitude journal. And number 3 is if you want to go to an event and nobody's asked you, oh, by the way, you can kind of feel around and see, you can ask your friends, is there anybody that's having an event that's looking for another guest? So you don't have to ask it direct, or just, what the heck, create the event yourself. If there's somebody else that's not doing anything, invite them. And like I say, I know there are people that are coming to our New York New Year's Eve, and we'll also be going to somebody else's New Year's Eve party. So those are the 3 things. Try any one of them. Please, if you have any question, if you have something that you'd like to discuss, if this brought up something that, I wouldn't mind talking to somebody about it, email me at info@relationshipmiracleworker, and I will give you the link so that you can set up a calendar appointment for 15 free minutes with the great Merle M. Singer, and I'd be glad to answer any of your questions. That, I think, is it. I will be back next Monday, so I don't have to say Happy New Year's, but I can say Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas. So, bye everybody.